We assess the cubs for qualities that will help them survive in the wild. Climbing ability, curiosity, and courage.
You actually moved to China for a few years and worked one-on-one with Qian Qian. So talk to me about what that experience was like and what the decision process for you went into making that move.
So as a conservation biologist, you want to do some good, and it's very difficult to have your goals met in conservation because there's so many challenges. And I've worked all over the world, and you make little incremental steps in the positive direction. But with pandas, the government cares so much about protecting their habitat. The people care so much about them. There's so much emphasis on them. It seemed like a chance where I could actually have a strong impact on conservation, a strong, meaningful impact that would be a good lesson for other conservation programs around the world. I mean, pandas are an icon of conservation, and so if we can do something really positive and see movement forward, everyone's going to see that, and hopefully that compels people to go into conservation and support it.
And I love that there's this cross-cultural collaboration, right? Like you're dealing with a Chinese scientist and this New Hampshire bear rehabilitator. So how did that work? How did that kind of come about?
It was really amazing the way that came together. Ben Killam, who is a black bear rehabilitator, in New Hampshire. And I was been interested in him for years, and one day I was visiting his house, and as I was about to leave, he said to me, "Oh, by the way, I just started working with pandas." We're like, "What? When did that happen?" So we started going over to China with him and seeing what he was doing with the panda cubs, and we saw this really incredible collaboration taking place where Ben was bringing his experience as a bear rehabilitator to China, where they have a tremendous amount of experience with pandas, and the film is about these two cultures and ideas kind of cross-pollinating and building this really interesting panda reintroduction program together.
Worked with the whole gamut, from orangutans to elephants to lemurs, now pandas. So talk to me about how this experience differs animal to animal.
Well, this film is black bears and pandas, and they are quite different from each other in their energy level. The pandas are a little more languid. They don't have the energy to run around as much, so we can actually manipulate their position a little bit. We can get in some ways more interesting photography with them, simply because the lighting can be controlled a little more. The black bears, not only are they coal black, so it's hard to light them, but they also fast. They run all over the place, and you've got to be in a far more defensive position, basically, to survive that part of the filmmaking. We always used to carry a big apple with us when we were in the enclosure with the big pandas, because that was our escape plan: offer an apple and run.
Pandas.